Hello and welcome to day 26 of Ohso January. Today is Sunday, so we're going to do a yin sequence. Some yin postures that we haven't done before, or most of them are postures we haven't done before. We're going to start with a camel, so really opening up through the chest, and then we're going to work in a little bit into the feet and a little bit into the outsides of the hips. So we'll start in our comfortable seated position. Maybe resting backs of the arms into the backs of the knees, maybe thumb and index finger touching, with the other fingers reaching down towards the ground. So as I've mentioned before, this just really helps to keep the chest open, keep the spine long, and closing your eyes. And just bringing your awareness to your breath. Taking that time to focus on the breath and just allowing the breath to do what it does. Inhaling, rising, and exhaling, falling. Silently saying to yourself, rising, rising, rising as you inhale. And silently saying, falling, falling, falling as you exhale. We're going to place one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Just notice what's happening in the physical body as we inhale and exhale. Maybe you're feeling the chest expand and rise. Maybe you're feeling the belly expand or rise. I'm going to work on that belly breathing, that deep belly breathing. So breathing all the way down to the deep depths of the belly. Then into the ribs, then into the chest, and exhale. Find that nice full exhale. Breathing deep down into the belly, into the ribs, into the chest, and a long deep exhale. Keep it nice and calm. Breathing deep into the belly, the ribs, the chest, and exhale. And just notice how that long, deep belly breath is making you feel. Calming you, cooling you, lowering your heart rate, relaxing you. Take one more round of breath. Exhale. And releasing the hands to the knees and gently opening our eyes. Ready for our first posture. So we're going to come onto our knees and we're going to come into a supported camel posture. So we want the hands facing down the spine on the lower back, We want to press the hips forwards, draw the elbows in towards each other, feel the chest rise, gazing up. Maybe allowing the head to hang back. That may be comfortable. If not, then keep the head lifted, looking ahead. And just really opening and lifting through the chest, really pressing the thighs forwards. And then just try and soften and relax into that shape. You may have the tops of the feet on the ground. You may want to tuck the toes. And then just trying to find stillness in the pose. We're taking 2 minutes here in total. I just want you to keep focusing on the breath, trying to let go of anything else. Finding that space in the front body. The opening through the chest. The opening and lengthening across the front of the thighs. Feel the heart rising and extending forwards. For one more round of breath, inhale and exhale. And slowly easing back. Come to the tops of the feet, and we're going to come into child's pose. So taking the arms out in front of you, resting the belly down onto the thighs, bringing forehead down to the ground, and just allowing ourselves to soften, relax down towards the earth. Feeling the weight of the hips drawing down towards the heels. And as we inhale, we breathe deep into the spine. Really creating space there. And as we exhale, we allow ourselves to soften and relax into that space. Send your breath to the bottom of the back, the lower back. Feel that area expand. As you exhale, allow yourself to relax, to soften. Inhale, breathe into the middle back. And letting go as we exhale. Inhale into the upper back. And exhale, letting go. Really using the breath to create space in the body. Feeling the weight of the chest drawing down. The hips are still heavy. For one more round of breath. And release, slowly easing out of your child's pose. And we're going to stretch out the tops of the feet. I'm coming a bit closer so you can see my feet. We want to bring the hands down to the ground beside you, and then we're going to lift the knees. That's better. So lifting the knees up off of the ground. You may be able to lift the knees nice and high. You may just be lifting them a tiny bit. You may need to use the hands to help lift those knees up, or you may be able to bring those hands into a prayer at the heart. So really lengthening through the tops of the feet there. Just softening the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders down. Lots of people find some of the yoga postures difficult because they don't have the flexibility in their feet. And we're on our feet a lot. So it's really good to really open up through the feet, release that tension that may have been formed there. You may find that the core is having to work to hold you here. Just allow the core to work, but try and stay soft in the top of the feet. Try and let go of any tension in that target area. Don't forget you can have the hands down either side. For inhale. And for exhale. And then lowering the legs back down. And we're going to stretch out the base of the feet, the bottom of the feet. We want to tuck all 10 toes underneath us, if we can. You may have very tiny little toes like I have and can't quite get those ones under, but try and get as much of those toes tucked under as possible. And then we sit down onto the heels. Maybe bring the hands to a prayer, maybe resting the hands on the knees. Or if you want to try and take your mind off of the sensations in the feet, you might want to inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, take that hand down between the shoulder blades. Inhale, bring the left arm up and behind, and you might be able to catch fingers here, otherwise just reaching towards and opening up through the right arm, the right tricep. Maybe closing your eyes, taking all of your attention inside. We'll take another 3 long deep breaths here. And releasing the left arm, take also the right arm, take the left arm up. Take that hand down between the shoulder blades and lifting the right arm up. Maybe we can catch those fingers. Each inhale, we imagine lengthening up through the crown. And each exhale, we imagine ourselves sitting a little deeper down into the feet. Take 3 more breaths there. And release, taking the hands down, take the hands down in front of us, releasing the feet and just tapping those feet out. And then we're going to come into shoelace. So we're going to extend the right leg out in front of us. Take the left foot across to the outside of that right knee. And then bend the extended leg, so bringing that to the outside of the left hip. And then maybe this is enough. This may be enough. This may even be enough for us. We might just want to hug the knee in here. Otherwise, taking that extended foot round to the left side and taking this left foot around to the right side, so wrapping that around us. And what we need to do is just try and get these knees one on top of the other. So we take the hands down in front, lean forward, lift the hips up, so we've got one knee directly on top of the other, and then we want to sit down directly in the middle of these 2 feet. You'll want to go over towards the left, so we're going to work ourselves right into the middle there. And then just really allowing the hips to drop down towards the ground. If you feel as though you're almost there but you can't quite sit down on the ground, you could sit up onto a block or a blanket or a cushion, just to give yourself that little bit of extra height. It will allow you to open up a little more if you can't quite touch the ground. Catching the toes. Inhale, lengthening up through the crown. And as you exhale, just allowing the sit bones to relax down. Just try to stay focused on the breath. Each exhale, just relax a little more through the hips. Feel the hips drawing down towards the ground. Really try to let go of that tension in and around the hips.
Okay, take care, guys. See you soon. You're going to go see that tonight, yeah? Yeah, don't take one of them. She was quite miserable when we got there. She was alright when we got back. About the time we left this time. Alright then. I'll see you later. Take care.
And release. Taking the hands behind the hips, lifting the knees, and just extending the legs out. Maybe shaking the legs out there. So I'm going to go onto the other side. Bring the right foot over the left leg. So maybe staying here. Maybe we can wrap the extended foot round to the right hip. Maybe we can bring that left foot round. Hands down, lift the hips, sit down between the feet. We're inhaling, lengthening up through the crown. We're exhaling, just allowing those hips to drop down. Stay with the breath. Take 3 more rounds of breath. And release. Take the hands behind. Lift the knees, release the legs out, just shaking the legs out there. And we'll come back into a comfortable seated position for our final few breaths. and namaste. That's how to stay calm.